Well, happy Monday. So, are you feeling happy? Are you feeling like today is the start of a brand new week and all these amazing and marvelous things you can do to make a difference in this world? Or did you wake up frankly and go, oh dear, it's another week, I'm overwhelmed, I'm exhausted, and it hasn't even started yet? So, like many of us, I want to ask you, do you feel like your life is on a hamster wheel? Do you feel like you're living this life that is just an endless hamster wheel? And if you are, like so many of us, and I've been there too, it's time to put the brakes on. It's time to slow down. Our world is so full of noise and chaos, and I know I've been making you think about this for the last several weeks, but I really want you to be intentional. You know, it's crazy how much noise and how much busyness we have, and our life is just a hamster wheel. We're just going 100 miles an hour. We don't even know where we're going. To be honest with most of us, don't even know what the end of the day looks like or the end of the week and what we're really doing. We're just literally, as I'm doing this right now, we are just breathing and we are trying to take that next breath and think about what's next. And half of us, most of us out there, I think I'm one of those that's an adult undiagnosed ADD, and I think it's getting worse all the time because I've allowed the world to keep me living like that. And until I was willing to put the brakes on, literally put that foot on the pedal and say it's time, because only you can do it. No one is going to do this for you. If you haven't figured that out yet in life, it's time to figure that one out. There is no one that's going to come riding in on this beautiful prince on a horse or princess, and there's no one out there that's going to hand you a silver platter and say, please, may I give you the gift of time back. But I can tell you that when you're willing to put the brakes on, slow down, and make time for yourself and slow down your world, the amazing thing is that actually miracles begin to happen. You give yourself a gift. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to give yourself a gift today. I want you to figure out how you can slow down. You know, many of you know this. If you're listening, then you probably know that I spend most of my days, weeks, or months, when I choose to, I travel all over the world and speak to amazing people around the world. I just feel so blessed and so honored to be a messenger and to serve and to go to all kinds of beautiful places and to serve people of all ages, adults, youth, a lot of women in leadership, and adults all over. But I have to tell you, it looks glamorous. People that don't travel a lot think that, oh, wow, you get to go to all these great places and you're on planes. Well, as a matter of fact, I just got off a plane. I'm in another city and sitting in another hotel room as I record this. And it's so apropos because as I was flying, I was relishing in this time that is now my time. It's Holly time, that protected time when I travel. But it wasn't always like that. You see, for years, the toll that it took on me, the travel and being on delayed flights and in airports and then being in hotel rooms and multiple hotel rooms and not feeling like I'm getting my sleep. I used to think I needed to use that time traveling to get work done and get caught up and all these things that I should do, right? The old shoulding on ourselves. But a couple years ago, and I want you to know there is nothing I'm going to share with you that I don't do for myself. Couple years ago, I literally just had a meltdown. I was like, I just can't do this anymore. I'm exhausted. It was some of the biggest epiphanies and our biggest ahas happened when we hit that, as I called it, enough is enough. Not the ending, but the awakening. And I had my own. You see, what I realized is, it's true. There is truth behind the choices you make create the life you're going to live. Change your thoughts, change your life. And I realized that no one was going to be able to change or make a difference on all this travel and all this exhaustion but me. And you know what I did? I did a very simple thing that's had a dramatic impact and effect on me, Holly, and the people around me. You see, now I slowed down, and I got really intentional. And I said, you know what? When I'm on planes, and I spend a lot of time on planes, that's going to be my time. It's going to be my protected, precious, sacred time. And I'm not going to work. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use that time in complete me time. I'm going to spend most of it with my eyes closed. I'm going to pray. I've really learned a lot about breathing and how important breathing is to relax you. It's made a difference in my blood pressure. I can tell you that. And even my doctors can attest to that. But what I want you to know is that this huge shift happened for me because that is now my time. No one gets it. I don't spend it usually talking to people once in a great while, but I really carve out that time. I might read something that's spiritually enlightening. It's something that's really exciting, or something that's really going to fill me up in my soul. Or I'll use that time to write or pray or meditate. Do you know that I can honestly tell you, I actually look forward to getting on planes now because I crave that time. You see, I can't be on calls. No one needs me. No one's going to be able to text me. And frankly, it's become a really sacred time for me. So I want you to know, what are you doing? What are you doing to carve out that time for you? What are you doing to put the wheels on, to slow down and get rid of the noise in your life, to go within? I don't know what that looks like for you, but I can tell you, and you know this because I'm sharing these heartfelt thoughts with you, things to make you think, to muse on. But it's Monday. Carve out time today. Take 20 minutes. I talked about my 2020 vision, 20 minutes a day of complete uninterrupted time. Carve out 20 minutes and begin to take precious, precious, sacred time for you. And no one gets it, only you. And here's what I can tell you that happens. The minute you're willing to make a commitment and be intentional about that is the minute your life begins to change. Because, we learn a lot about ourselves through new experiences. Frankly, and I have to say this again, but are you embracing fear? Are you growing through fear? Are you afraid right now to get off the hamster wheel? Are you afraid to carve out time for you? Are you afraid that you'd have to say no to another meeting? Because I can tell you something, no one's going to die. There's no fire alarm that's going to go off. But what is going to happen, you're going to start gaining time back for you. And when you do that, you embrace freedom. You're no longer living in the fear of what if. You're living in the world of freedom. You have the choice to choose how you're going to take and spend your time. Are you choosing it? Are you doing that? Because you see, you can create your own heaven and hell. You can create heaven or hell just by the thoughts that you're putting in your mind. It's all a choice, gang. It's really a choice. Every day is a choice. Change your thoughts, change your life. What are you willing today to do to put the brakes on in your life, to slow down and make a shift? And it doesn't take money, and it frankly doesn't take a lot of time. But as long as you continue living on the hamster wheel, nothing's going to change, and no one can do that for you. So what are you willing to do for yourself? Get out of yourself so you can get out in front of yourself so you can get on with yourself. So make time for you right now. And the first thing I'm going to ask you to do when you make time for yourself, and you take this time to cherish and this time to make it really sacred for you, magical miracles begin to happen. Because when I do this, one of the first things I do is I become thankful. And in that moment of meditation or prayer, I find things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that today I get to be serving a client. I'm grateful that this morning I got to wake up and have a wonderful breakfast with my husband. I'm grateful that I got to have a great conversation with one of my amazing sons. What are you grateful for? There's so much to be grateful for. So when you're in that world of woe is me, and you're thinking you're on the hamster wheel, first and foremost, slow down, pause, put the brakes on, carve out some time. And no matter how negative you feel right now, and no matter how negative your day feels, there is something that you can be grateful for. Just pause long enough to get rid of all the distractions and the noise, and write down 3 things today in 20 minutes that you're grateful for. 3 things. It could be family. It could be that you woke up. It could be that you have legs to walk. It could be that you have an amazing opportunity in the work that you do to make a difference in people's lives. Maybe you forgot that you can make a difference in someone's life. And if you can't find anything else to be grateful for, then I'm going to really put you to the test, because one of the greatest medicines that you can do to change your day and change the moment that you're in is to do something for someone else. So if in this 20 minutes, you could even pause and take a moment to let someone know how great they are. Send an email to someone that's not expecting it. I'm passionate about the power of significance and the power of appreciation. Let someone know you appreciate them. Or pause, and at the line at the drive-thru, buy the person behind you their coffee or their Diet Coke or their whatever that is. Just do something completely unexpected and do it for someone else. You may never, ever, ever get to hear them say thank you, but that's okay because you made a difference in someone's life. So pause, put the brakes on, carve out your time, make it sacred, and begin to see miracles happen. Have a wonderful week, and I love to hear from you. By the way, thank you to everyone that's out there listening to Monday Musings. And when you listen and something sparks a light in you, or sparks a thought, or you've done something, you've been intentional, please reach out. Let me know. I love to celebrate with you. I love to hear your successes and your trials and your tribulations. I love to hear the triumphs that come with it. So share with me. Go to hollydowling.com, go to my website, and let me know. All right, have a great week. And remember, your thoughts that you choose can change your life. Bye.